said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Any more talk.
This unit's arm is vital for taking tickets. Those in need of spare parts should look elsewhere.
Danger. Stranger ahead.
Interfering with any internal speaker system may be...
Engaging hostile
Reconnoitering!
Interfering with any internal secret system may be punishable.
Dead without my Trina time.
Analyzing authenticity. All but one panel of this mural is a reproduction. For preservation purposes, relocating it to the incognito storage may be advisable.
Something's afoot. Better keep my lamps open.
operations.
This situation is untenable. We are prepared to fight mantisaurs, or deal with this magnitude of enemy incursion should they attack again. Architect, guide us.
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware, Alt. Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
Guess they're survivors after all.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? A what? Is that like some kind of contractor? Are you looking for a job? Because I have neither the requisite paperwork nor the time to fill it out. Go hustle somewhere else. Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medical list over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage? Help, huh? Well, that would be greatly appreciated. We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning, and the coils on our auto docks have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal. As many as you can. There's so much more work than I can handle. It's only by getting these 3 defunct auto docks back online that I can hope to save most of these folk. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help our advance, but they landed everywhere, though I heard some are in the no man's land between the battle lines. Many thanks, but please hurry. These folk ain't got much time.
Anticipating request. This unit's compression coils are currently in use. Please acquire compression coils elsewhere.
to, but I'm not ready.
Hunkering down. Discounted all participating Auntie's Choice vendors.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Turning my camera.
Oh, another mercy.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Commander, watch your vitals.
Coming to you. Discounted all participating Auntie's Choice vendors.
Fire! Fire! Thought I was safe after avoiding that blast. It seems to have attracted rogue mantisaurs. It never ends. Wish I hadn't lost my lucky bit. Guess we got some contractors working the site now? order? This is Chief Quidley, recording with the intent of registering this most unusual sequence of events and securing their serial wave rights. Recently, we reckoned it'd be a hoot to hack a captured order terminal, use it to heckle them. Instead, we wound up chinwagging. It turns out we have much in common. They're bored, we're bored, and everyone got sick of trench living months ago. Next thing you know, we're getting together for brews in a wave of their knockoff sport, pitchball. And where there's booze and ball, there's betting. And while those order folk are scary data smart, they can't see the angles if they're big as a ship and bright as a hollow ad. They just see stats and percents. And don't get how spunk, moxie, and being due play into it. I thought hustling games with six caps was the easiest way to make bits. Not no more.
Alt, what is your destination? Leaving Alt. Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
That's how you compensate us for our goodwill? Petty theft?
Wait. The odds of your survival are directly inversely proportionate to your distance from this emplacement. Impressive. Everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the quiet has made reading far more enjoyable and increased the speed of my literary consumption by 14%.
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
I do not believe you have clearance to be here.
This war cannot come to a conclusion soon enough. The wartime rations are making assignment in proximity to the retreat.
Perhaps I should peruse Malkin's Immutable Mathematics again. I've only read it 4 times.
I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply.
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into...
You still alive over there?
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational. Have something to do.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Stay with it. Hey, got a distraction for you. I'm next.
Attention, freelancer, you are into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Right over there.
Insides, they're on... What's hotter than fire? They're on lava, they're on Planck's plasma, they're on Clive's extra special force. He'd make a great lower manager.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Well, it's not much, but here's what I have.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Wonderful. And with your sincerity assured by the bits in my pocket, I feel absolutely confident in your professed innocence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a whole mess of hassle I've got to dig myself out from under.
apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
I'll assume you forgot your key card this time.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return? The grand plan is the predetermined order to be.
We beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle.
Welcome back. I assume you're not here for that debate. Anything I can do to assist you? Yes, what have you discovered? Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
About me, was it?
I converse with many members of the Order on a number of subjects. No doubt I was extolling Seer Wiley's numerous virtues. We can discuss this more at a later time.
Where do we go now? What happened to this place? Law. What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
We're not going anywhere.
Cause
Not
trouble
on the
and I will
basis
school you.
of some half-baked. Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that a stranger would come bearing an inconvenient message. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Or that it only that simple, but she ignores essential variables of the equation. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, "An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute." And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain, more than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consort tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar. We saw that.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Stop deviating from the baseline. Look, I'm not with Antian.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of...
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Talk about close quarters.
Just be grateful for what you have.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Don't want it, don't need it. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent
Algo. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed, numbers are really against you out there. Surely you've heard our reasoning. I'd note by leaving the area fallow, we've lowered settlement productivity by 3.57%. We lower that more still to care for the displaced. Gladly. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
Easy, friend. Broke my nose last scrap.
This location is inhabited with individuals classified as unscrupulous.
No time to chinwag. More than a might.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer-luncher aide to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
Hello, hello.
You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Sub Rosa thanks you for your patronage. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day? Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. We offer a wide array of proxy altercations, from restrained bludgeoning to flat-out scraps. Here, in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Anti's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve automechs, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument, but frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah, this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a sick canid to feed. Don't make me call Mappa. Go on, get out of here. Scram!
Don't do anything foolish.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no stand-in.
What happened to this place? Oh, Matriarch's Mercy is more safer than the trenches.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. Well, if the Archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. Appreciate you respecting my time.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else? Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them. My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
No reason to reason with you.
Ah! I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. Well, I do believe you're needed elsewhere. Farewell.
Does not compensate. Don't make me pursue.
Internal records classify you, a figure of ill repute, and with a significant backlog of fines. On behalf of all aggrieved parties, the Order demands immediate restitution. You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating vital, time-sensitive data, and your perpetual motion is distracting.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done. I told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water. If you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them, but I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
I could use a break from fighting injustice. Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
Where do we go now? What happened to this place? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Every scientician yearns since the schism. The Protectorate has rewritten history to explain
You ever cough so hard your ankles hurt? I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how? Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to? Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Keep your behavior with the invaders. Forever defecting. There's no good in this scrap back.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Look, I'm not with Auntie any.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
What happened to this place?
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests. Besides what I've already told you, to put it gently, disorganized, which is irregular for a group that prides itself on mathematical acumen. But with effort, patience, and collaboration, I am confident that Matriarch's Mercy will soon be a haven for the displaced. Good. Check in with me once you've made significant progress. As with probability, there is an art to mediation, and it requires a well-rounded perspective.
The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand. That's how little the Protectorate respects your intellect.
If we factor for random elements offset, I'm not with AD anymore. All have reasons.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
I suppose I can give you the time of day.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Oh, then you know more than us, I guess. Boss Tilda knows all sorts of funny business about this place.
Two of us? We just try to keep our heads down. Oh.
Ow.
Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
No reason to reason with you.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Just be grateful for what you have.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it... Do you believe Arcadia shall ever... Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this rat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters. Got a bad feel about... Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
You're all right, Emmett. You look a little pale. Wait right here and I'll find you an inspector.
No. Lose our spot line. We ain't gonna have anywhere to go.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside,
With soup,
we gain minute insight into the ratio of flavor to spoonful.
The Protectorate have, by calculating the position, Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council. She will raise...
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenburg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes. They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Cannot possibly do the right thing today without knowing what will happen tomorrow.
Friends, neighbors,
Where do you now? Another refugee camp?
Oh, Administrator Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on, then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
A bit rude, don't you think? But since this mediation was foretold, I will not dispute your findings.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
I'm appreciative of you all getting us food and medicine, but she needs backup.
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
I'm all ears, mediator.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? At Auntie's choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns. Collapsed, but we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. But we haven't explored the dispute from every side. Your calculations, nay, your very judgment, could be missing critical data.
I say we get on with it.
I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate, if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands. Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here, you stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to heaven?
It's still recording.
Stranger, in light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so. May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one? Committing that crime really worth squandering our goodwill? No.
stranger. The order means you welcome, but also warning.
Combat protocols. Emergency response ready.
Reholding recharged. Come at me. Not walking this off. Send it back up. Ready to waste. On your command.
Commander's back. Engaging hostile life forms.
distraction for you. Combat.
Not getting up without help, Commander!
This unit patiently state.
Do you have my back? Just say when. Over here! Free hole in the head! Hey! Got a distraction for you! Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Engine vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters. Commander's vital stocks have reached an alarming low.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
This unit patiently awaits repair. Apologies. Emergency. Standing by with life support. Find the needles.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
you're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to saving these lives. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
shall ever return? Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional. Oh, blood and guts are fine. I'm just not accustomed to patients who squirm about on the workbench. Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing. You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge. By gum, you're all right. Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
Sequencing attack site.
Ready to waste them. On your command. Amen. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Emergency protocol syringe is primed. Parameters.
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return. Audio log of Chief Exploitation Behavioralist DeWitt. This is entry number 8 of my scrapper preventative fieldwork. Unfortunately, it seems my heavy metal detritus drops mixed into the adrenatime cancels the intoxicating effects that the scrappers crave. Their leader was first to the drops-enhanced injections that I conspicuously left for them. And he ran through all 24 in barely a minute trying to cure the urge. He seized turning steely gray, and succumb to some sort of severe blood poisoning. Though I'm confident it's completely unrelated to my heavy metal detritus drops, now the rest are in a frenzy hunting for... Why, hello. I didn't reckon you'd find me way up... Oh, no. I had nothing to do with... I said, no, please. Please. Ah!
You find any good scraps today? No. No scraps. The heart destroyed.
Danger. Stranger ahead.
Unload on him! Hostile life forms.
Thought I was safe after avoiding the beacons. Better off going back to extraction room.
The best. This is up, down, up, down, up, down. Just like the inconsistent profit margins of our competitors. Campson, think I can't see you lollygagging?
lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti? Really? An Earth Directorate agent? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Me, I'm a Sprat Trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow. Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat. Trust me, Gregory is an artiste when it comes to biology, and every artist needs the right canvas. Pleasure doing business.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality, all things considered. Frankie's work is second to none. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. Oh, no, thank you. It's always a pleasure to bring passion to one's work, even when that passion is a tad morbid. Be seeing you, Agent.
Since the schism, the Protectorate...
When I asked the seer for medical specialists, a plumber was not what I had in mind. Trust in the Order to think outside of the box. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. Here, you've earned it. Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand plan.
I still don't get it, Piotr.
How do you feel, darling?
Like a Gorvid's got its hands around my lungs and keeps squeezing.
We're going to get your medicine. Don't worry.
Not sure how you can always be so optimistic. Lots of folk waiting. And they've got priority over us. Might not have the time to wait. I still don't get it, Piotr. Run me through it again?
There's nothing to run through. I brought up your state with one of the exemplars. She told me to wait. Minutes later, she returned with algorithmic dissonance.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
The invaders, order defecting. Life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Matriarch's mercy will be met with swift and equivalent action. Some useful guidance for those newly residing in Matriarch's mercy. Personal belongings
Things take time, Commander. Ain't recharged. Give the order, it's combat. All for what you need to worry about.
Not ready. Please try again later. Standing by.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up. Knew you had my back.
Realize you're about to die, right?
Got my time?
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendly.
Hostile stand.
Steep grade detected ahead. Stretches are recommended before attempting any climb.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Additional exertions may be required. Got some bad stuff.
strategies. Emergency protocols unready.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Trigger Finger's still tired. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. To worry about.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs. Healing yourself. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Huh?